If you like movies with Christmas in the title, this is the show to watch.
Bring on the schmaltz.
Hello again there, Schmaltzteers. Welcome to another episode of Schmaltzmark. My name is Wayne, and with me as always is my lovely bride, Kelly. Kelly, how are we doing on our Precap showdown, all our little contest that we have going here?
I don't know the exact scores, but I did calculate them last night or the day before yesterday. And I'm right around 149. You're right around 109, 104. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
And Savvy is in the 88, 87 range, and Chatterbox is right around 70.
So, as a percentage of your score, I'm doing a lot better than right at the beginning.
Yes.
But in terms of sheer numbers of points behind you, I'm not doing any better at all, am I?
Not really. That first week set the tone, and I think I was so far ahead, and then the kids, because they had your score, they didn't really have a leg up. So it was just like unfair from the beginning.
Because our poor children had to be saddled with my mediocrity. They didn't have a prayer.
They did not.
Oh, sounds like their genetics too. All right, well, let's talk about... We've got 4 more new movies this weekend.
Yes.
We're shooting this on Sunday, which means 2 of these films have already happened. Again,
we're doing the best we can, folks.
We're still catching up on the weekend before this. So, when we look into the future to review these movies, we're truly looking into the future because I don't know when we'll get around to watching them.
It may be New Year's.
It may be at this point. But we have 4 films: The Christmas Cottage, Christmas Encore, Sharing Christmas, and Maggie's Christmas Miracle.
Christmas.
Yeah. If you like movies with Christmas in the title, this is the place to be. Let's start off with The Christmas Cottage and have a look at that trailer right now.
The key to the cottage.
A Christmas weekend getaway.
Anyone who's ever stayed here during Christmas time has found true love. That's a myth.
Unlocks a romance from the past.
So we dated a lifetime ago.
2 lifetimes ago.
There's something magical about this place.
You and Ian, we're just exes that are having a nice time together.
Merritt Patterson and Steve Lund star.
Whatever's going on between us, I know you're feeling it too.
The Christmas Cottage. Premieres Saturday, December 9th at 8. Part of Countdown to Christmas on Hallmark Channel.
The Christmas Cottage.
Cottage.
Welcome to our Cottage. I don't know if it's just me, but this looks an awful lot like something else we just watched. Which one was it? Holly Lodge. Christmas at Holly Lodge. I'm seeing a lot of similar tropes. People are always falling in love.
Yes.
Some sort of miracle happens. You see the 2 main leads dancing by themselves in front of the Christmas tree. I don't know. Could be a very similar story. We'll see. But we have peered into the future.
Yes.
We've made our guesses here on what we think how many tropes there will be. Mm-hmm. What our favorite trope will be, or our trope of the day that we're guaranteeing to show up, and what we predict the scores will be when we average everything out after we've actually watched the movie in the present.
We're all over the place as far as who guessed what number of tropes we're going to be.
Oh, wow, we are. I hadn't even looked at that list until right now.
I chose 8, so I'm on the low end of the spectrum.
Yeah, Savvy went a lot higher than you with 14. Chatterbox even higher at 15, and then I was, kind of in the middle of the pack with a 10. As far as the guaranteed trope, or the trope of the day...
myself and Chatterbox both guessed carolers, and then Savvy guessed dashing, and you guessed eye opener.
Yeah,
guy or gal.
You know why I chose eye opener?
Why?
Because it shows up in almost all of these films.
Right, it's just kind of a safe bet.
And it's one of our high point ones, so
Yes.
I'm just trying to catch up.
Right.
Honestly, so I pick a 3-pointer, and that one's always a safe one. But Savvy's going with snow dashing. That's probably the most daring of the choices.
Yes, it is, because nowhere in there do you see anything about them doing any outdoor activities. Everything you see is them inside. So, but they're at a cottage, so you just never know.
You never know.
Happen.
All right. Well, let's look at our scores or our guesses for acting, story, and visuals.
I went kind of, I guess, on the low end for our scores. 7.5, 8, and 7.5.
Chatterbox had the exact same score as you did.
Yes, he did.
Savvy inverted that, went with an 8, a 7.5, and an 8. Mm-hmm. And then I was 7.5 for acting. Also, I was the lowest on story.
7.
Going with a 7.
on story.
Don't know why. Just, it's what I was feeling.
All right.
And then an 8 for the visuals. That's it.
Anything at a cottage, you can pretty much guarantee that it's going to be fairly pretty.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. But you got to work hard. I've seen a lot of
Yes,
movies at this point in the
that's
season.
right.
You know, to impress me takes a little more work than it did
Yes.
4 weeks ago.
Which may not be fair, but that's just the way it goes.
It's schedule your movie at a better
That's
time.
right.
That's all I can tell you. I got no more advice for you than that.
All right.
Next up
moving
is
on.
Christmas Encore, which does not mean that Christmas has already played once and then
Yes.
they're playing this film a second time.
No.
That would be Christmas Encore.
Right. This is the first encore.
All right, so right now, this is not an encore of the trailer. This is the first time we're playing the trailer for Christmas Encore.
I think they have it.
You think so?
Yep.
Okay. Trailer. Watch.
I just landed a part in the production of A Christmas Carol at the Grand.
The role of a lifetime
Who is the director?
That would be me.
will become the Christmas triumph.
Production of Christmas Carol this season is going to be the final performance.
They'll never forget
What can we do?
Something inspiring.
Maggie Lawson,
We need a Christmas miracle.
Renan Elliott,
I believe in you.
one of the 12 most wonderful movies of Christmas. Christmas Encore premieres Saturday, December 9th at 9 on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
Now I get why Encore is in the title.
Yes, because
it's about a stage play.
Right. Encore,
See?
encore.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
I'm not very cultured. These things have to be spelled out for me. Yeah, we don't watch a whole lot of plays in theater.
No.
Right. So, again, these are not actors I'm terribly familiar with.
No,
I've seen them in
neither.
other Hallmark movies, but that's about it.
This does have a different sort of twist to it, with it being on stage, and we've had some dancing, we've had some
Yeah.
ice skaters, we've had things like that, but I think this is one of the first.
It'd be the second one this year to feature
Yes.
A Christmas Carol in it.
Oh, that's true.
Engaging Father Christmas.
Right.
Also featured a production of A Christmas Carol. But it does have a twist, and since it's Dickens, we'll call it an Oliver twist.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Pretty proud of that one.
tropes. Chatterbox and I went with 9 for the number of tropes.
I went even lower. I was the lowest here. I went with an 8.
Yep.
Savvy was the highest with an 11. My guaranteed trope of the day is impossible business plan. I have a feeling that we're looking at a theater or a theater company that's about to go belly up, and they have to put on the show of all shows to save it, and something
Yes.
miraculous will happen.
I did the same thing.
Did you now?
I did.
Ah, great minds.
Savvy went with Save the Tradition, which oftentimes goes hand in hand with
Yep.
the impossible business plan.
And Chatterbox went with the belly up business.
so we all sort of covered our bases
and
there.
we could all be right.
Yes, we could all
It
four
could
right.
be that there is this business, this theater that is on the verge of going
Mm-hmm.
under, but they put on a traditional Christmas Carol
Christmas
production
play.
every year, and so to save the production, they have to
Something
save the
impossible
theater and within this impossible
has
plan.
to happen.
I think it's going to happen.
Yep.
I'm calling for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, scores for acting, story, and visuals. What did you guess, Kelly?
I went with 8, 8.5, and 7.5.
Savvy went with a 7.5 for acting, 7 for story, 7.5 for visuals. Chatterbox went with an 8 for acting, like you did, a 7.5 for story, and a 7 for visuals. I was kind of in that same range. I was the lowest on acting with a 7. Also, like Savvy, went with a 7 for story, and then also like Savvy, a 7.5 for visuals.
Yep. There's 3 of us that went with 7.5 for visuals.
Yeah.
Because you just, what can you do with a theater? I mean, it's pretty.
I mean,
to
yeah,
a
once
point.
you've got the stagecraft going, it's
Right.
kind of there, and
Yeah.
you're working with the one set the whole
So,
time.
yeah.
So hopefully they'll surprise us. They'll get outside the theater a little bit more. If they show backstage, that's never going to look good.
No, it's not
It's
intended
just-
to.
It's just reality.
Yes.
All right, let's moving on.
Let's moving on.
Let us moving on and watching Sharing Christmas. Watch the trailer. I'll shut up.
Sunday, December 10th.
Welcome to the Christmas shop.
It's been a holiday tradition for 40 years.
They're kicking us out.
Now, her only hope
Do you have any experience in Christmas miracles?
is the last person she'd ever expect.
I'm the Scrooge that's kicking you out.
Helen Hallman, Bobby Campo, with a special performance by Dave Koz. Sharing Christmas premieres Sunday, December 10th at 8. Part of Countdown to Christmas on Hallmark Channel.
Sharing Christmas.
Yes.
Why is it sharing?
I think she wants to share this store and the tradition and the fun of this store with others.
But it's a store. Shouldn't it be selling Christmas?
Well, that's true. Maybe she wants
Unless you're a customer, then it's buying Christmas.
Then maybe she wants to share it with this guy that obviously wants to buy the building or bought the building or
Now you're onto
whatever.
something. So we get the stereotypical, not so evil business developer, real estate developer guy.
The real estate developer guy is definitely the love interest because sometimes it's the wrong guy that's the real estate developer and there's somebody in the town that's trying to stop.
But again,
yes,
we've got shades of Christmas at Holly Lodge.
Right.
So same kind of thing. Developer shows up and he has to break the bad news that somebody's trying to kick him out. And it seems like this is a traditional. I think there's another trailer of this where they say this store has a tradition, and I'm the guy that's here to kick you out. So, so it's definitely a save the tradition kind of situation. So we had to check that one off
the list. Yeah.
But let's see what we did guess in terms of number of tropes we think are going to show up in this one.
Savvy and I went with 10.
Chatterbox went with 14, and I was just below him at 13.
That kind of boxes you in,
yes,
now, doesn't it?
Does indeed.
We have a lot of leeway, Savvy and I do.
Yeah, you do. You guys are in good shape.
Guaranteed trope, I went with eye openers. Savvy went with carolers.
Chatterbox went with an awkward public proposal because he's obsessed with awkward public proposals.
He wants that to be in all of the films. At least once a weekend, he guesses that.
I just want to go ahead and, as his father, issue an apology to his future bride. It's going to happen to you. It's going to be maybe at a hockey game. We don't watch hockey, but who knows?
Yeah.
That might make it more awkward. They have to skate it out in the ice.
This one went with tragic backstory.
Yeah, I did, because, again, it's a safe bet.
Yeah.
It's only a 2-pointer, but still, I'm trying to make up ground here. I don't think it matters.
No.
All right, acting, story, and visuals.
I went with 8.5, 8, and 8. So I think this is going to be a good one.
Obviously, you do. Mm-hmm. Savvy was not as confident. She was half a point lower than you on everything.
Yep. With
an 8, a 7.5, and a 7.5. Chatterbox just was like counting with his 7, 8, and 9.
Yep.
If there'd been another category, you'd gone with a 10.
He doesn't think the acting's going to be very good, but he thinks the visuals are going to be great.
It's set in a retail store. How great can they be?
I don't know.
I went with an 8 for acting, 7.5 for story, and an 8 for visuals. Just kind of middle of the road.
Just middle of the road.
Yep.
Good.
All right, one more film. Kelly, let's look at the trailer for Maggie's Christmas Miracle. Who is Maggie? We don't know. What is the miracle? Let's find out. Watch the trailer.
For Christmas, can you make my mom happy?
Behind every Christmas story,
you can find love again. You can be happy.
Is an extraordinary miracle of true love.
I'm gonna put myself out on a limb here a little bit.
Jill Wagner, Luke McFarlane.
You see that little boy right there? He's my world.
Miracles happen at Christmas.
Karen Kingsbury's Maggie's Christmas Miracle premieres Sunday, December 10th at 9 on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
Okay, so I'm assuming that Jill Wagner is playing Maggie.
I would assume so. And I would assume that the miracle is involving her son in some way.
Yeah, I would think so. Maybe he is the miracle.
Maybe, well.
I don't know.
Or maybe she needs a miracle to happen for him in
Could
some
be.
way.
I know we had to cross off Sci-Fi Guy for Luke McFarlane being in this because he's a regular on a series on the Sci-Fi Channel. I think there was something else we crossed off, but I can't remember what it was now. It doesn't matter.
Nope.
Because we didn't guess the ones that we crossed off.
That's right.
All right.
We did not.
As far as our numbers here, oh, by the way, with Jill Wagner, I just have to say every time I see Jill Wagner, I want to do one thing and one thing only.
What?
I want to be on Wipeout. Because to me, she's always going to be Jill Wagner from Wipeout.
That was a great show.
Yeah, great show. I can't really review that one the same way, though. No. Not a lot of tropes.
No tropes in that
Guy gets knocked down, makes an idiot of himself.
Who's going to fall down?
Yeah.
Everybody.
All right. Tropes. How many did you guess?
I went with 10. Savvy with 14, so we're pretty far.
Chatterbox, for a change, went low with 8. Mm-hmm. And I was just above him with a 9. So again, I am boxed in. He's boxed in. Mm-hmm. You are the one that has some room. Mm-hmm. And so does Savvy if we go on the high side.
If we go on the high side.
Guaranteed trope.
Savvy, Chatterbox, and I went with tragic backstory.
Good choice. I went with carolers. Don't know why. Just did. I have no evidence that carolers are going to show up in this thing. But there is this sort of this Christmas festival thing going on.
She's got a kid. That's a good...
Yeah.
I think that's a safe bet.
Yep. You think they'll be Victorian?
Yeah, in this one I do.
Yeah, so come on, Hallmark. Let the caged Victorian carolers out for a day again. Help me out a little bit here.
All right, so for acting, story, and visuals, I went with 8, 8, and 7.5.
Savvy went with a 7.5, a 7, and a 7.5.
Chatterbox went with an 8.5, a 7, and a 7.
And then I just went with the classic 888.
All 8s.
All 8s. I had no strong opinions about this one.
You were just like, I'm just going to put a number down. I don't really know if it's going to be good or not.
But I am excited about the cast on this one.
Yeah, I like Seth MacFarlane. Is that his name?
No.
What is his
name?
Luke
MacFarlane.
Luke MacFarlane. I knew it was MacFarlane. I don't know.
Seth MacFarlane's funny.
Not the same person, though.
He's got some good Christmas songs out there that he's sung, which surprises me every time. If you would like us to confuse your names, just comment down below.
I'm good at it.
And thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing to this channel. Kelly, it is not schmaltz.
Unless it ends with a kiss.
To watch another episode of Schmaltzmark, click on the upper left. Or to subscribe to our channel, Wannabe Films, click on the upper right.